Club started back in 2002, and it started really by accident with me just buying myself a ring-bound spiral book, pink book, just for a bit of reflection and just to take stock of where I was in my life. So in the Pink Book Club, some of the activities that we hold include social events. We do some personal development type activities, some creative type events, and we also have quite a large community aspect where we raise funds for various charities, including having a team each year at the Relay for Life. Okay, so let's kick off with how the Pink Book Club started. Have you ever had a time in your life when things don't make sense? Ever had a time in your life when the way forward seems so unclear? Or what about when you try and verbalise what's going on in here, and when it comes out all wrong? Can you relate to that? Okay, well that's where I was when the Pink Book Club came about. So how did the Pink Book Club start? Let me share a quick story. Life was just great. I was living in Sydney with my now husband, a great social life, a good job, and my parents had decided to move to Australia, which I was thrilled about. A phone call changed all that. My sister called to ask me to call Dad, which I thought was a strange request. Why didn't he just call me himself? So I made the call that broke my heart and sent my world into a tailspin. Nicola, there is no easy way to say this. Your mum has lung cancer, is inoperable, and she's been given 18 months to live. I'm coming home straight away, I cried. Mum took the phone from Dad and tried to reason with me. She sounded just Mum, so not unwell. This can't be happening as she's only 53. Just 2 days after learning of my mum's fate, I was on a plane to London, the worst flight I have ever taken. Thank goodness I made the decision to go straight away, as although she was given 18 months to live, she died just 5 short weeks after her diagnosis. I spent the next 4 months in the UK with my family and my fiancé Nick in a daze and feeling extremely sad and lost. 4 months after her passing, I returned back to Sydney. This is when the Pink Book Club was born. It was early November 2002. I had landed back in Sydney, ironically on my mum's 54th birthday. I had checked into a small hotel as I needed to be on my own, as I was not always the best company. Nick, my hubby, was still in the UK. My sister was sadly battling alcoholism and drug addiction, now very much sober, and my dad was destroyed over the loss of his soulmate. Grief is such a unique thing to us all, and trying to verbalise strong emotions is incredibly hard when you can't find the right words to use. So there I was, feeling rather sorry for myself, flying around the country with my job and sat alone in my little hotel room most nights. Then one afternoon I bought myself a pink spiral-bound book. I took it home to my hotel and wrote in it a list of things I needed to do and some of my thoughts and feelings. The reflection helped me put things back into perspective and start picking myself up and getting back on with life. A while later, I bought a pink book for a friend who was also facing some challenges in her life for different reasons. I told her how I'd use mine to help me. She then introduced her sister, and so the memberships were formed as we initiated other women to join. Fast forward a few years, a move interstate, and the Pink Book Club has grown through word of mouth and this year's amazing Every Woman Expo to almost 500 members. Who joined us there? Fabulous. We have 2,000 women on our database and almost 500 people following us on Facebook. Some even located as far as the UK. We've got 7 members over there now. We hold regular events to encourage women to take back time for themselves and promote who they are as opposed to what they do. So how do you reward yourself with your you time to promote who you are instead of what you do? Well, we help achieve that. We give women me time through the events that we arrange. Recently, we delivered a presentation, Pearls of Wisdom, about finance, empowering women to understand about their financial situation. Some of you may have attended an evening with Nina last week. Nina's around somewhere. And which was about changing direction in your life. And Glam It Up was held here to learn some tips and techniques about hair and makeup. We raised over $3,000 this year for this year's Relay for Life, so we have a community feel as well. Tonight we're raising funds for the Global Good Foundation, with all the raffle proceeds being donated to them, and I'll tell you a bit about them later on when we do the draw.
Well, I joined the Pink Book Club because I met Nicola. She was actually a client of mine at my business, and I was was intrigued about it. She was telling me about it for a little while, and I'm so glad I joined. It's really opened up a whole new networking world for me, meeting other women that are in and around Perth, and yeah, it's amazing, it's fantastic.
I joined the Pink Book Club to give me a bit of my own space. I have a husband that plays a lot of golf. I have grandchildren that live just around the corner that I'm always available for, so I thought if I have something of my own, I won't always be available and I won't always be sitting home. I will have time for me.
I never take time to myself and go out. I'm always seeing clients or doing things, or life's always hectic and busy. So I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'm actually going to go to this. And I did, and I love it. It's really good.
I've been to 2 events. One of those was the Glam Up, which I learned a few things about hairstyling. And I went to an evening with Nina, which I found was absolutely spectacular and very motivational.
I love it. Now I'm looking on the internet to see what's up and coming, whereas before I was sort of, I'd have to be forced to go, but whereas now I'm being proactive and, wanting to know what is up and coming so I can schedule it into my diary.
The first one I went to was about women who had cancer and how they'd come out of that and motivated themselves, and they were very inspirational. Like there's a lot of people out there who would have done the whole poor me thing, and they didn't. They really, hey, I can get over this. It's mental attitude, and everybody has that in them. So yeah, no, I really got a lot out of it.
Tonight's been overwhelming. It's been incredible to meet so many of our new members and meet so many interesting people. I've met lots of new people tonight because I didn't get to sign everyone up for their membership, so I've finally got to meet a lot of new members.
Yes, I'm a member of the book club, and this is my little daughter. She's 7 weeks old, so yes, she's probably the youngest member of the book club.
From now, the Pink Book Club is going to keep going from strength to strength, providing more me time opportunities to meet the needs of our members.
I decided to join the book club with my sister so that her and I could come along to a few outings together, spend some time together, and get us out of the house and away from, I have a 3-year-old son as well, so it gets me away from him as well for a few hours and give me some me time.
Since you've joined, what have you got out of it?
Well, I've seen how all the young people live these days and what they're doing, and I envy them, their lifestyle. And they're also kind to me.
What I would say to our new members is it's all about you, and come and join me to have some me time.